Hello, I'm Elizabeth Conley. I'm a senior interview coach at Interview Skills Clinic. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to stop undermining yourself in an interview. This is a really common problem because, you don't want to come over as arrogant or boastful. Now, this actually makes it impossible to promote yourself confidently in an interview, which of course reduces the chance of you being offered the job. Now, recently I was coaching a senior leader in the charity sector. Now, his experience actually was great, but he consistently put himself down. When I asked him the typical opening question, why have you applied for the role? He started with, I don't think I'm going to say anything particularly unique here. He just simply didn't need to say this. It instantly diluted the value that he brought for the role. Now, if you're new to our channel, we do have a couple of other videos on helping you promote yourself. One focuses specifically on how to promote your transferable skills. We know transferable skills are really key. Nobody has the perfect skills for most roles. And another video specifically for those of us who think that we're introverts, who often, I think, feel a little bit at a disadvantage in interviews. Now, please remember, like the video and do subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on our weekly coaching advice. Let's continue with my client. I then asked him the question, tell me about two colleagues who you most admired at work. Now, this is really a positive question here and quite easy to answer. He began with, the director and I were chalk and cheese. He disagreed. We tended to disagree actually an awful lot. He went on to say, whenever I came up with an idea, however crazy, he would listen, but we tended to be very different. And then he added, my instinct was often that what he was doing was a bit of a waste of time. Things like long meetings with local leaders. I'd often think, why are we spending hours having tea with people? Now, he genuinely admired this colleague, but because he led with disagreement, frustration, the interview panel would definitely hear conflict first, not admiration, and he certainly muddled the message. He could have actually kept his answer just more positive. He could have said, oh, well, one leader, I really admired was very thoughtful and took a very culturally sensitive approach to decision making. I'm naturally much more ideas driven and fast paced, but what I really valued about him was how he balanced that. He listened carefully, but he really understood local dynamics and strengthened relationships. I actually learned a lot about the way he created trust before making decisions which would impact the community. He did something similar with his second example. He began, she sat right at the back of the meeting and didn't get hugely involved. She often seemed shy and unassuming. He then went on to show that actually the colleague he was talking about had great influencing skills, but because his opening sounded like a criticism, the positive message was buried. He could have simply said, oh, another colleague I know had really quiet, understated influence. She tended not to dominate meetings, but she really built relationships behind the scenes. She connected with partners quickly and removed her ego from the work. She really taught me the impact of a much more calmer, subtle style of leadership, which really had impact. Now, if you're also finding it difficult to talk about yourself positively, then one-to-one coaching, I think, can really make a difference. You can book a free consultation on our website, interviewskillsclinic.co.uk. Now, we work with clients actually across all levels and across all sectors. So why do we put ourselves down? Most people downplay themselves because it actually feels polite. In the UK, it's actually part of our culture, isn't it? It's our DNA. In normal conversations, self-deprecation really builds rapport. It just doesn't come across that way, okay? You're gonna lose out. So there are a couple of changes you can make. Firstly, drop all the disclaimers. Things like, this might not be very unique, or we disagreed a lot. This is going to weaken you immediately. Second, lead with your value. What I bring, what I admired, what I learned from this. And third, slow down. When you speak quickly, people generally in interviews sound a little bit anxious. But when you speak more slowly and deliberate, you sound more credible, you have more authority in what you're saying as well. Now, if you've made it to the end of this video, make sure you watch our other videos about promoting yourself. You might find it useful. Add your questions below because I do answer them. Please like and subscribe to the channel. So all of that sort of stuff really helps us. And remember, if you'd like coaching, you can book an initial coaching session with interviewskillsclinic.co.uk. You can book a free consultation. Thank you for watching and good luck with your next interview.